I'm back. I do feel like that last Clair audio was a little short. I felt like I needed to just come back real quick. Because I believe that you don't just stumble upon something for no reason. Or you're not just searching for something for no reason. You're searching for something for a reason. I don't believe I'm looking for anything with this. I'm not exactly sure why I had to be chosen to deliver whatever messages are to come. I'm gonna be honest, I do feel like it's dumb. But I have been praying to God daily. That 4:44 a.m. was real. Because I have been convicted. And I'm just doing what's right. And who knows what could come out of it. I just felt like maybe I needed an outlet to talk about these experiences that I'm having, that I feel are so spiritual. And I'm trying not to be afraid about it. So I'm not necessarily sure if I'm going to continue to call this nightmares, because I'm not exactly sure if that's what this is. Maybe they're no longer nightmares. Maybe I've now come to the conclusion that, I'm just having very hard dreams right now. I don't know. And I'm actually meeting people in my dreams. And even though I do not remember the conversation, I know that we are there through the whole dream. However long I'm asleep, I'm with that person. These people are seeking me. I'm in the same position. I'm sitting at the same table. So each and every time I'm meeting those skeletons in my dream, I'm sitting across from them at the same table, or I'm in the same position. That one lady sat next to me, so she was more diagonal. She was not directly across. She was sat to the side of me. And I also do feel like America is going to have to stand on its own 2 feet here really soon, with us making these large changes. I'm not exactly sure if other people are paying attention to what's going on, but they're not just signing bills and passing laws into Congress for no reason. I do feel like the stimulus money was absolutely necessary. The last time the government decided to stimulate the economy, they bailed out Wall Street. Okay, now it's time to actually bail out the homeowners, so that way we can decide where to put our money. I believe that it's time. We've had enough of just being scrutinized in America. America is always under so much scrutiny. It really doesn't matter what race, religion you are. You are under some type of scrutiny, especially right now. We are being targeted. we are being really beat up on right now. And as Americans, we have to stand up on our own 2 feet. I think that is the message that I'm really getting, is that God really needs a really good kingdom in America to rise up, because number one, this country here is just so overvalued, it's ridiculous, and they bury all of their gems. So all of these countries are out here just giving America all the praise, and America has buried their gems underground, literally. I mean that in just so many metaphorical senses, okay? However, you can only bury a seed for so long before it comes up and it uproots itself, okay? So now that there have been gems that are planted in this soil, it is time for those gems to rise up. So I'm saying that Jesus is calling for a kingdom to rise up, and it's going to be a kingdom one like America is not used to seeing. It is actually about time for a true change, okay? We actually need a true change in the government. Okay, I'm tired of seeing the same white faces. Not sorry. What I'm saying is a new kingdom of people, new husbands. God is just, he's screaming that to me right now. We need new husbands to rise up and lead. We are going to have a new set of teachers to rise up and lead. We're going to have a new set of police force. This police force that we have will be gone in about 2 years. I kid you not, because they are taking up so much of the American money. And then they go and sit on their asses after they do something that's absolutely ridiculous. Americans, I'm speaking for a lot of us right now, we've had enough. There's gonna be a drastic change. Companies like gas stations are no longer gonna be alive in the next 6 months. There are gonna be malls going out of business, whole companies going bankrupt. We already see Neiman Marcus, now that I'm thinking about it, going bankrupt. Look at Warren Buffett. He's selling off shares of stock. I'm not necessarily saying those companies are going bankrupt, but what I'm saying is there is about to be a drastic change in the climate of the American economy as we know it. There is about to be a new normal, and it's about to come in a financial sense. And then it's going to come in a household sense, because once the government actually allocates the funds directly into the household, that will give the households more empowerment to actually do what they're supposed to do, and that is produce. So now that I've gotten myself all riled up about the messages that God is sending me, I just need to make sure that the right people are hearing this. I'm not getting paid for this, and neither the hell will you. This is just an idea that is just being put out there. Maybe there really does need to change something. Okay? How about we just scrap the entire Constitution and start the bitch over? Because number one, it was founded off the basis of slavery in the first damn place. There will never be a kingdom that prevails that was based on slavery. Never. Doesn't happen that way. So, it's not too late for America to repent. It is not too late for America to turn back their ways and say, wait a minute, maybe I should be doing something. Maybe I need to be putting my money in the right place. God says be a good steward over your money. God says be a good steward over your friends and your family. Be a good steward over the job that you have right now. Be a good steward over your debt, because the borrower is slave to the lender. And if you listen to my Nightmares Part 1, you will hear that I've been in the book of Proverbs, and already Proverbs 22 verse 7 says just that. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is servant to the lender. Now, this is highly important because we are in a time right now where there are rich people that are making dumb decisions. They're not making decisions that are in the betterment of the people, because they don't live in a daily life like us. We're not out here getting in limousines, going to every meeting. Okay, we don't get 3-course, 3 entree meals a day. We don't have that. luxury. Many of us do not. And once America can wake up off of this false sense of wealth that they've been living on, aka credit, which is what I was just talking about in my Nightmares 3, then maybe we can actually get somewhere. Be a good steward over your money. There are going to be churches that are out of business because they cannot afford their bills. Not because they don't have a good following, not because the preacher ain't a good preacher, but because the pastor is in default. Am I correct? I'm not going to be too wrong on this because, again, I'm a mortgage banker and I'm talking to regular homeowners right now who are facing destruction. So we have to come up off of this false sense of credit that we so heavily rely on. And I can speak this wholeheartedly because I don't have any credit card debt. I do have a car. And I have went to school. I graduated. I am currently in school right now. Very little school debt though. But it's out there. But what I'm saying is we have over $1 trillion of credit card debt in America. USDebtClock.org. I'm not just giving you these numbers out my ass. These are real. And apparently God is wanting me to be one of the first people to speak up and actually say something about it. I have to blow the whistle on the credit card debt. What is going on? I have friends in credit card debt. And I'm just more than likely just already told God that I'm probably going to meet a man who has credit card debt as well. I was just in a lucky predicament. My mom cut up any credit card that came to the house. If I signed up for one and it came to the house, she cut it up. So guess what? After a certain point, I just stopped applying for them. I never, ever had a need. Still don't have a need. If I don't have it in my bank account where I can swipe my little debit card, I don't have it. I always lived under my means because I've been forced to. I've never had the luxury of credit. And that's why I guess I'm the one who's able to speak on it and see other people's problems. Because when you're on the inside of your own problem, you get used to it. You get comfortable in it. You really can sit in your own stink. People can. People can sit in their own funk. But let somebody else come in and smell that shit and it's going to be a problem. What I'm saying is, we have to do something. Something has to be done. And the power is in the people. God gave us the power. He instilled it in us. Number one, the power is in our voices, which is what I'm using right now. I'm not using any other sense right now. 5 other senses, maybe 6 if you're there. I'm only using one currently because it's the most important one. Are you listening?